Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MS Collections. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to draft an A-shaped gown with an attached sleeve. Okay, there's no separate cutout sleeve. The sleeve is attached. Okay, so and for this particular type of gown, the first thing you need is your shoulder measurement, but your shoulder measurement will not be like the regular shoulder. You're going to place your tape from where you want the sleeve to end to the other end of your body where you want the sleeve to stop. Okay, so for this for this client, the overall shoulder is 31 inches. Okay, then you divide it by 2. So the shoulder is going to you're going to measure the shoulder plus where you want the sleeves to stop and divide by 2. So which is what I marked. 31 divided by 2 is 15.5, and I added half inch allowance. So I went ahead to mark off my neck. It's a neck width of 3.5 inches, a neck depth of 4 inches, and then I'm going to be slashing it open in the center. Okay, so I'll just show you how I do that later. Then the next thing is to mark off my shoulder slant. I gave 1 inch for my shoulder slant and I connected to my neckline, as you can see me do in the video. Now next off is to determine my armhole length. Now this is going to be a free gown, and the armhole length is usually dependent on the size of the client. But for this client, her fitted bust is around 36 inches. So for that kind of client, you can use a length of 9 inches to 10 inches. But for this client, I used um 9 inches and curved it into 10 inches, as you see me do in the video. Okay, so it was 9 inches I used, but when I curved it to connect to the half cut, which I did later in the video, I curved it into 10 inches. Okay, so yeah, if you have a client with a bigger body measurement, you can decide to go 10 inches, 11 inches, as desired. Now on that length, you're going to impute your bust measurement. Okay, so but before that, I'm going to take all my vertical measurements. What I've marked right now is my half cut. The client's half cut, I just added 1 inch to the half cut and I marked. Okay, and then the hip length, which is 24 inches. Okay, so the client's half cut is around 13.5 inches, so I just marked it off, adding extra 1 inch. You can add 1.5 inch, you can add 2 inches. Okay, I think later I made it 1.5 inch. So next off, I've gone ahead to mark the bust. I did not mark the fitted bust. I added 4 inches to the measurement. So her bust is 36. I added 4 inches, making it 40, and I divided by 4. So at the bust I have 10 inches, and at the under bust I subtracted 1 inch from what I have at the bust to put at the under bust. So 10 inches minus 1, 9 inch, and that's what I marked at the under bust. The hip also, I added 4 inches to our measurement and divided by 4. I'm using 1.5 inch allowance for all. I'm using 1.5 inch allowance all through the gown. And then at the base of the gown, for this type of gown, an A-line gown, you also have to determine how much volume you want at the base of the gown. So for this client, I want a total volume of 14 inches. Okay, so sorry, I want a total volume of when folded into 4, that's 14 inches, because it's folded into 4. So definitely when you open it up, you can calculate what you will get. So I marked that 14 inches at the base of the gown. And then, sorry, you can't see the base of the gown, I didn't capture that, but you see it when I cut it. You see what it looks like. Now I've gone ahead to mark off the sleeve. I've connected the armholes, which is where the sleeve, which is like where the sleeve is going to be. Okay, now can you see that curve I was talking about? From 9 inches, I curved it into 10 inches, as you can see me doing the video. So when you mark that straight line, which is like the extended shoulder plus sleeve, curve it into the bust and then connect to your under bust, connect to your hip. And at this point, okay, You would be tempted to use a ruler to just connect it down to the base of the gown, but for A-line gowns, A-shaped gowns, I prefer to use freehand. It gives me a better result when I go use my free hand to connect to the end of the gown. So as you can see me doing the video, mark off the volume you want, the total volume for the gown you want at the end of the gown, and from your hip just use your free hand and connect it. I do not recommend a ruler because at the end of the day, it kind of gives a funny shape. Okay, so this is fine. This is okay, and that is it. It's very simple. Cutting an A-line gown, especially with an attached sleeve, when you don't have to cut the sleeve separately, is like one of the simplest things to make. Okay, very simple to make. You don't need too many calculations. You just need these basic measurements that I've outlined, and then that is it. Okay, so after this, the next thing was to go over to my neckline and finish it up. So I just connected my neckline, and then I slashed open the center. I slashed it open to stop at 7 inches. Okay, you can go 7.5, but I do not recommend you exceed 8 inches so that your cleavage doesn't show. Okay, but when you cut it, okay, so what I mean is the total everything I did on the neckline did not exceed 7. Okay, so if I my first neckline is 4 inches by depth, it means the remaining 3 inches, 4 plus 3, 7, okay, was what I slashed open. So I slashed open 3 inches after the 4 inches. If you want everything to stop at 8 inches, you're going to do 4 4. Okay, so I hope you get the gist. Now I'm going ahead to cut. Just in case you missed it at any point or you do not understand, do well to pause and go back, and then of course if you follow carefully you understand what I mean. Okay, now so this is it. I'm cutting the gown, and yes, I'm also going to be showing you the base of the gown at this point. I was able to capture it at this point, and you see what it looks like. Okay, now guys, can you see this? I cut it down to the base of the gown. Also to know that the volume of the gown is dependent on how free you want it, and even the allowances you add to the gown is depending on how free you want it. Now, okay, I also forgot to mention the gown length. The gown length is also as desired, but for my client was 56 inches and I added 1.5 inch allowance. Now I also curved the base of the gown. I went up by 1.5 inch and then just curved it to give it a nice curve, which is also optional. So I'm done with the front piece. Over to the back. The only thing is to leave your zipper allowance for the back, and then of course your back deep, which you take at your half cut length. Just measure your half cut length, go in by half inch and create that dart like shape, as you can see me doing the video. And then if you have a different type of neck, like I did in my dress or in this dress, you can as well mark it out and then confirm your measurements and you cut. So for the back piece, all you just have to do is to um recut the front, leaving your zipper allowance to create a new neckline if you want, and of course you're good to go. And the back of course does not have that slash in the center, so I just made the nice curve for my neckline and I went ahead to cut it exact. Okay, yes, so if you've come to this point, it means this is you're of course interested in this content. Do well to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. I always drop amazing videos, so please do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and drop your comments. If you have any questions, any comments, any compliments, please drop them in the comment section. Okay, so yes guys, we are done, and I have a bonus to this video. I'll be showing us how to cut an inner pocket, just in case you want your gown to have an inner pocket. So it's very simple. I added that to the tutorial as well. Okay, so go ahead and slash your back piece open, and then you're good to go. Then trim off your back deep as you see me do in the tutorial, and that's it guys. It's very simple and easy to make. Now for my pocket, all you just have to do is to fold your fabric into two, and then the pocket measurement for your inner pocket a width of 7 inches and a length of 14 inches is fine, is perfect. So I just secured my length of 14 inches and I'm measuring the width of 7 inches. I'm going ahead to draw a straight line. And guys, trust me, you can cut this at this point already, you're good to go. But I just like my pocket to have a nice curve at the top, which is totally optional, okay, just to have that nice curve, make it look more pocket like at the top. And then I just use my curve ruler to curve it, as you can see me do in the video. And that is it, guys. Cut it out. Go ahead and cut another pair for the other side of the pocket. It is so simple, okay? So I just may drop a tutorial on how to make these, on how to fix pockets, but that is why you should stay tuned. That is why you should turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. Okay, guys, I really hope you learned from this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always stopping by. I went ahead to trim off the name of the wrapper because I don't like it appearing on my dresses. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.